Good morning. Um, as I've stated earlier on, I would like to talk about my digital literacy project, the journey so far. I'm actually passionate about two things, My I'm passionate about teaching, that's education, and I'm so passionate about information technology. And I realized I can actually merge two things I like for a single project. And that gave birth to my project, Digital Literacy for All. So apparently, when I got married, I was in Zaria before I got married, and I found myself in Abuja in a new environment, and I needed to do something. I wanted to teach. I wanted to be in an IT environment. I wanted to be in a place where people actually work with computer. You learn, you have fun, you know. So I then got kids around and I'll just tell them, okay, come and play with my computer, teach them one or two things. They go, they are happy. When are we coming back? And that was it. So apparently we continued in the kids. It was already not really a formal setting. The kids just come when they want to. I then met one of my friends and I said, why not send your kids over on Thursdays and on Fridays for some computer sessions? I'll just teach them, they learn. I also have some learning softwares on my computer. They will use it to play, acquire some knowledge and also learn how to make use of the software part, the computer itself. So she was like, it's a welcome idea. Thank you. Dot, dot. And I'm like, okay, it's for free. Please send them over because this is what I love doing. The kids started September last year. So from September, October, November, December, January, February, I saw like 5 months later, actually, I saw the WhatsApp broadcasts for Ferreta Tabara Tech Camp. My husband sent it to me. And I was like, if I apply for this, will you allow me to go? I mean, I saw Kano. Wow, traveling to Kano. I was like, I told you to apply. So, I mean, for me to have told you to apply, for sure if you get it, I'll allow you. And that was it. I applied, fingers crossed. So many people applying for a broadcast, you don't really have so much hopes, but I applied. And after applying months later, was it months? I don't know. After a long while, I then received a message that I've been selected as one of the participants to take part in the Berta Tabara Tech Camp in Kano. I was so happy, I mean, after a very long while, I've not had any activity, and so there's an opportunity for me, a tech camp, to be part of a tech camp. I wasn't sure I knew what a tech camp was, but I knew that I was interested in going. So I went for the tech camp, a 5-day tech camp in Kano. To be honest with you, I will state that that tech camp was one of the turning points of my life. Like I, I was exposed to so many things. When they tell you to learn to think out of the box and you still can't think, but you get an opportunity where you can explore new things and then you have to think. Oh, that was the point. So I did that camp 5 days. I met new people and then I got an opportunity to state what I've been passionate about. But I never saw it as a project. I was just passionate about it, but having it as a community development project, no. They told me that I should. Hajia, Mariam, and Amy advised me. I mean, I will live to be grateful for that moment. Grateful to these two people. They advised me to get a school that I will work with, you know, have an agreement with them that I will be teaching their students for free. Let's just change some narratives on our system of education. I was like, okay. So, and if it's possible, let me get a school that's close by at least so that I'll not be prone to an inconvenience. I said, okay, fine, I will. And when I came back after the tech camp, I had a school in mind. The school is behind our street. So I went to the school, introduced myself. I'm here for a digital literacy project, and all I need from you people is your students and a place to teach them, and that's all I need. Initially, the school was like, I hope, madam, you are not expecting us to pay for anything. I said, no, I just need you people to give me a space to teach the students and the students. I need specific number of students. She then stated, okay, but this is a government owned school and we cannot just give you license to start teaching because there have been so many issues of insecurity here and there. People come over to say certain things at kids with no sincerity of purpose, brainwash the kids, and before you know it, the story has changed. So you will have to, we need you to, you have to first go to the Board of Education and state your project, tell them what your project is all about, get an approval letter for you to work in the school. And I said, okay, fine. Remember, I told you I got married in another town and I came to Abuja. So, but well, I'll give it a try. I went to the Board of Education. I mean, I knew, see, that was my first time of being there. I don't know anybody. But actually, I communicated with a lady, Dr. Tamanua, very nice lady. So she told me that I should write my letter. She told me all the requirements, and I wrote the letter. And then I was referred to an ICT personnel there. I showed him my project, and I got my approval letter. I was so happy. Maybe the happiness comes second to the day that I knew I graduated from Faculty of Engineering. So I did that, and I got my approval letter, and I had, now the other thing was an arrangement on when to teach. I've stated what my project was all about, to whom, and why. Why was because, see, we are in an era where there's a gap between kids from the middle and high class families and kids from underserved and less privileged homes. The other set of kids have access to so many things, and kids from less privileged families actually live, most of them live a life of hand to mouth, and other things are just, privilege is not right. So I really needed to bridge the gap with my ICT skills, like by impacting on these kids' lives with ICT skills. Because take it or leave it, we are in a digital era, and a time will come when so many things will be done via IT devices. So this is an opportunity for me to just embark on a project and change the narrative. So I did. And so when she told me that, okay, the time she'll be giving me few minutes to tutor the kids from 9:20 to 10 o'clock every Thursday, I was like, wow, less than an hour once in a week. Well, it's better than not having any time at all. So I did. And I went, I told her that it's okay by me. I'll be coming on Thursday and I will teach them. So when I came home, I told my husband, he's like my, well, I call it, he's not the PA, he's the AP, like, I don't know. I told him, I was like, okay, for you to work on a project, you need another work plan. And he then told me that I'm dealing with kids. Practically, he was my special advisor throughout the project. Then I should create a work plan and see how I will get things done. I said, okay, fine. I created my work plan, basics of Microsoft Office. Then once in a while, play a video to them so that they learn. And for each topic, of course, there's a subtopic. Like, for example, basics of Microsoft Office. I introduced them to Microsoft Office Word, the basics, PowerPoint, and the very basics of Excel, because Excel is really vast. So just, I'm dealing with kids, so I just have to I have to be calm, take them one day at a time. So we did, we started. And the interesting part was that the kids were willing to learn, although I had obstacles. Like, There was a day I felt like crying. You know, when people state their inconveniences, sometimes, especially for things that you are passionate about, you feel like breaking down. I had a single computer with a faulty battery, and the ICT room had no electricity supply. So there were issues struggling with electricity supply, a faulty battery, and a single computer for about 13 students. Some of the students had to leave, which I understood with them. And the other ones that stayed, sometimes we just go on days that we have no computer, working computer. We just do the practical session, I mean, theoretical session with them. I'll just show them, I'll tell them some things and let them jot out so that by the time we have access to electricity supply, we'll just do the practical part of it. So, and that was it. They knew what a keyboard was, the shortcuts of a keyboard, and lots more. So that was the major obstacle I had, to be honest, accessibility to device. But another person I live to be grateful for, my mother. She actually gave me two extra computers, and once in a while my husband borrowed me his own. So we had three. Then the school to give me a computer to use because that was the only computer they could lease out to me. Then I never knew that this project would be something big. So to cut a long story short, I then assessed them, the kids, after a long while to see how good they were. I was really proud of the day I gave them a project to design a sticker. I mean, they actually copied the design of a sticker from on my computer and made use of all the insert options in Microsoft Word. And they actually knew when to change a particular color, how to change the text, the font color, the font size, and lots more, how to insert a shape, remove the outline. I mean, basic things for somebody that has never made use of a computer. It was a plus for me. I was happy. It was really an emotional moment. And then, aside that, I then said, okay, like, Auntie, let's do something different. I said, okay, I have web design videos. I'm not so good with web design, but I'll show you how to install the software. And when you watch the videos, you will have an idea of how to, or like of how you create a website. And that was it. They did. So I gave them a video. One of them that had a computer at home finished the 46 videos, and that was during their holiday. When they finish the video, when he's done with the video, he comes to my house because the boy lives close by. Comes to my house, we make some corrections. We talk. I mean, we explore new things. Sit down to brainstorm on how we'll make the website good. And that was it. So in his own case, the web design, it was a big one for me. It was a very big one because I'm not so good web design and I have somebody that's good. The target in life is to make people better than you. And I got that. Then, and the other kids, well, we're still struggling with some kids though because they don't have computers at home and the time frame was short. But the persistence, the love and passion they have for it is what makes me going. And I have made up my mind. Initially, I wanted to end it by October, but it's like this is just the beginning. So I would like to state that, wow, 30 minutes, I think I'll soon end. Okay. I would like to say that seriously, this was a turning point of my life. And then phone calls I get from Equal Access and Ferret Tabara to make some amendments or get some advice. My mentor, Fatima Ibrahim Turaki, Hajia Mariam, Muftahu of Digital Development Hub. These people are so wonderful. My husband, my mom. Sometimes I feel like I go emotional, the support I get. Friends and followers I've never met through social media. I would just sometimes, there were days that I would actually make create a post when I have problems and I get numerous opportunities, options, advice from people on the social media platform. I mean, honestly, if I start mentioning names here, we'll spend the whole day. I am grateful to all of you. I'm so grateful to all those that follow me, believe in me, Rahima, and all of you. I say thank you, thank you, thank you. My digital literacy project, the Tech Camp Fellowship has ended this October, last October, I mean, last month, but my digital literacy project has begun and hopefully it has come to stay. So Equal Access International, Farah Tabara, Digital Development Hub, my followers on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I say a great thank you for you. And my message, you know, a life is fulfilled only when you impact on other people's lives. Sometimes it may not just be financial support, it may just be an act of changing the narrative. You have a skill, you feel you should freely teach somebody, please do. That's the way forward. When we engage individuals in our community positively, we engage their minds, we make them work, we'll have less of societal reasons and vices. Let's learn to tolerate, because the mission of this project is a peace promoting project where people come together to work together and target on a single goal. So I think we should learn to tolerate people for who they are. We must not impose our beliefs and ideology to people. Just let people be who they are and live a life of peace. Have a nice day. Thank you.